Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Before we start the video, you can follow our page and turn on notifications. In 325 AD, Christianity was spreading rapidly throughout the Roman Empire, but it brought with it a dangerous division. Some saw Jesus as only a prophet, others considered him God himself, and still others believed that even asking these questions would tarnish the sacred. It was during this chaotic period that, by order of Emperor Constantine, one of the most important religious meetings in history was convened, the First Council of Nicaea. The meeting took place in Nicaea, as it was known then, or Iznik as it's called today, an important city in the eastern part of the Roman Empire at that time. This small Anatolian city would become not only a religious centre, but also the stage for a major political struggle that year. Because this council wasn't just about theology, it was also a move to ensure Rome's religious unity and prevent the empire from falling apart. Emperor Constantine was the first Roman emperor to embrace Christianity. However, ongoing disputes among Christians had become a major threat to the unity of the empire. The biggest argument was between Arius of Alexandria and his opponents. According to Arius, Jesus was not God. He was created by God and was subordinate to him. This view was in deep conflict with traditional Christian belief, because traditional belief argued that Jesus was not the Son of God, but God himself. This disagreement had gone beyond a simple difference of opinion and had turned into a war that split the Christian world in two. That's why Constantine decided to solve this problem by bringing together about 300 bishops in Nicaea on May 20th, 325. Among those who attended the council were clerics from Antioch, Alexandria, Jerusalem, and Rome. Athanasius, considered one of the founding figures of the Catholic Church, would later play an important role in church history and would be the leader of the opposition to Arius at this council. The council's agenda was packed. The biggest issue was the nature of Jesus. Was he God? Was he created by God? Did he come from the same essence? The answers to these questions would have both theological and political consequences. After days of debate, the council officially declared Arius's views as heresy. The idea that Jesus was created by God was rejected. Instead, the term homoousios, meaning of the same essence, was adopted. Thus, the belief that Jesus was of the same essence as God and was God himself became official. This was the moment the foundations of the Trinity were laid. The results of the council were not limited to theological decisions. A text called the Nicene Creed was written. This text became the first universal statement of faith in Christian history and is still recited in many Christian churches today. The text clearly states that Jesus Christ is the only Son of God, of the same essence as the Father, and came into the world for the salvation of humanity. The council also decided on the date for celebrating Easter, because until then, the Eastern and Western churches had not agreed on this matter. The Council of Nicaea decided that Easter would be celebrated on the first Sunday after the first full moon following the spring equinox each year. This decision is still valid today. Another important decision made at the Council of Nicaea concerned church discipline. In particular, issues such as whether clergy could marry and how the clergy should behave were discussed. Some bishops' marriages were ended, while others apologized and continued their duties. But that's not where it ended. Although Arius's views were rejected at the council, his followers continued to spread their views, known as Arianism. Especially the Goths and some Germanic tribes adopted this view, and for many years there was a serious sectarian division within Christianity. So the Council of Nicaea couldn't completely solve the problem, but it did define the doctrine of the central church. At the end of the council, Arius and two bishops who supported him were exiled. Their writings were burned and removed from church literature. However, history showed us this: even views labelled as heresy could continue to live on for a long time. After the Council of Nicaea, a stronger bond was formed between the Roman Empire and Christianity. This council was not only a theological but also a political turning point. For the first time, an emperor had played a direct role in resolving a religious issue. This laid the foundation for the complex relationship between church and state. Even today, the Council of Nicaea is considered one of the most critical events in Christian history, because this meeting permanently shaped issues such as the nature of Jesus, his relationship with God, and the fundamental beliefs of the Church. At the same time, the foundations of a state-supported religious order were laid at this council. And perhaps most importantly, this council symbolizes the moment when a state, trying to build an empire through faith, turned religion from just a matter of conscience into a political tool. Don't forget to follow our page and comment for more content like this.